I gained 500,000 followers in 60 days, but why is hawkey viral and can we use this to grow our audience?
Well, hello, buddy. Please join us for some crockpot orange chicken. Good.
I've got a dog.
With some NBA Jam.
Very ASMR. It tickles your brain, the noises. He's doing it so slowly. I don't know, part of me almost can't handle this, but the fact that it has 500,000 likes means there's merit to it. Okay, NBA Jam. Shot back to the dog. If this came across my feed, I don't think I could sit to the end of it. I wonder if he has a very niche cult following of followers who will watch through the entire video. Because his videos are so long, they give him a lot of watch time, which pushes the views up, because this really isn't for me. It might just be because I'm too young to get the references that he is showing, like the video games or the NBA Jam.
Can't sleep, eh? Me neither, buddy.
Okay, that's
Please
cute.
join us for one of my favorite sleepy teas.
All the comments here too, they're like all commenting on his hook. Well, hello, buddy. And they have like this photo, it always gets thousands of likes. This is definitely slow brain content. Fast brain content is a super intense Mr. Beast, bam, 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 bam. Slow brain, as you can see, is Exhibit A. Oh, river water, disgusting. I wonder how many living creatures he's taking back to camp. Yeah, you better boil that dirt water. Game Boy Color.
Well, hello, buddy.
What is this, Labyrinth?
Join us for movie night.
I've never played that game. I never liked single player games, probably because I was chronically alone as a child. I only played online multiplayer games. And I can hear a lot of you saying, oh, you missed out on so much. Yeah, I missed out on friendships. Like even this top comment here, it's been a heck of a couple years since I last saw you. Good to see you again. So that means this guy's videos hasn't popped up on their feed for a few years, which doesn't make sense because he has 9 million followers on TikTok alone. Cool, a very creepy looking movie. One thing I really like about these videos is that his shots are so intentional, and I think that's part of the reason why people stay and watch, is because a lot of times when you're watching cooking content online, things are just randomly slapped together. However, in this scenario, it looks like intentionality and design went into every single shot. And game recognizes game. So when we see a pretty shot, we go, I'm gonna stay and look for 1 second longer to see if this is worth my time. And apparently 164,000 people thought this video was worth their time. All right, now we're gonna take a look at the most viewed videos on this page, starting with this one, 34 million views. Let's see why it went viral.
Well, hello, buddy.
That's a pretty cool trick shot. Trick shots always win.
A patty melt, fries, and a...
But a lot of people think a trick shot alone is enough to get you views in a video. I've seen so many clients copy my trick shots in their videos, and their videos absolutely flopped. Because if your video has no substance beyond the trick shot, then there's no point for the audience to keep watching past that trick shot. So the trick shot's good enough to keep them for 1 second, but then your content better be good enough to keep them for the next second and the next second and the next second, which is important that we create videos that have actual substance in them. And today we're trying to figure out what is the substance of old time Hawkeye. So I have a hypothesis, but I just want to verify it by watching the next 2 videos. And after that, I'm going to give you my professional take on this.
Gold pop. There you go, buddy. Good.
The dogs again.
Have a great day. And please.
All right, this video has 23.8 million views.
Well, hello, buddy.
That was a pretty awesome trick shot.
And as always, please.
I'm pretty sure those are real too.
Yourself.
More trick shots. This was 2022. I don't know if this would still go viral today, but the fact that it got as many views as it did is legendary. It's only literally 2 shots, so we're going to skip to the next one. There's not enough data for us here to analyze. However, the hypothesis that I have is still standing strong.
Well, hello, buddy.
That's a good hook with the breath coming out.
Well, hello,
Oh, the
buddy.
dog.
Smelling pretty good, eh? Good. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great day, buddy. And please, enjoy yourself.
So a lot of people overcompensate in their videos with very fast, intense paced shots. And the reason why is because their shots in and of themselves are garbage. They suck. But they figure, hey, if I switch them up fast enough, the audience won't care because I'm giving them a new hit of dopamine with every single time we change the camera angle. Now, Old Time Hawkeye does something very different here, and that is with his, what we called earlier, we referenced, it's called slow brain content. Now, the way he does it, though, that makes it work, that I haven't seen many other creators do, is that some of his shots run a very long time, and logically would think, wouldn't people want to scroll? Wouldn't they get bored? And honestly, some of these shots, I did get bored. I was like, I want to scroll, but they still have 100,000 likes, and they were posted within the last few weeks, which means it's still relevant and it's still working. But why? Well, one of the things I noticed is that in every single one of his shots, it looks like a professional photo from the 1950s or 60s or 70s or whatever the era is he's trying to conjure. Every single shot looks like a professional photo. And if you can make a video so that if someone were to screenshot any shot of your entire video, it could be put in a picture frame in mom's house, then you, my friend, have nailed the slow brain content visually. But there's several other components I want to go over, and the first one that's probably the most obvious for you is the ASMR component. When he is cooking, he overemphasizes the sound effects. Now, I'm pretty sure he does a lot of the sound effects in post, because I don't see any microphones nearby. And that's something you can very easily do, is you can go online, go onto YouTube, search up SFX. Maybe it's scrambling eggs SFX. Search that up, and then you can download that video, drag and drop that into your project, and it's really gonna add a whole new layer that's gonna scratch the itches in your viewers' brains. There's a few more things he does here, and one of them is releasing a chemical in his viewers' brains called oxytocin. But what is oxytocin? Well, this is the bonding chemical, and if you can give your viewers this, they're gonna know, like, and trust you at levels that you can't possibly imagine. In fact, they're gonna know, like, and trust you so much that if you ask for a follow, you're gonna get 100,000 follows, just like I did in this video here. But there's two ways Old Time Hawkeye releases oxytocin in his viewers' brains. The first way is through nostalgia. You will notice that he has old TV shows, old games, old consoles, retro things that would bring us back to our childhoods if we were his age. And if you're any older than him, then it would bring you back to your middle ages, maybe when you had kids and your kids were growing up on this stuff. What matters is he made his videos nostalgically relevant to an audience that rarely sees these things anymore, and so now he becomes their only outlet, their only source to get this unique drug. And if you can turn your content into an addiction, you're gonna have a whole lot of people watching and following what you do. But the second way he releases oxytocin in his viewers' brains is with his dogs. Now, in some videos he has 2 dogs, in some videos he has 1, and some he has none. But every time he shows his dogs, it releases the chemical in the people's brains, and the way you know you've done that is when your audience looks at your video and goes, "Aww." And if you can make your audience go, "Aww," then you, my friend, have mastered oxytocin release in their brains, and now they are 100 times more likely to know, like, and trust you. But there's one final point of his videos I want to point out that I think is the reason why he got as many views as he does, and that last point is intentionality. Now, how many times have you filmed a video where you just pulled out your phone and was like, "I'm gonna film right now, screw it, we're just gonna do it now"? There was no planning involved, no intentionality, and there's a time and place for that. In fact, I'm pretty sure Leo Skeppy went viral using that exact strategy of just picking up the camera and filming himself. But as we said earlier, game respects game. And when artists see another artist hard at work, it makes them stay. Like coming back to this shot here where he has a cheese grater, oranges, I don't even know what that is, a console, a wooden spoon, this old lantern, this huge crock pot cutting board, all these woods, everything is beautifully matched together. He had his color theory on point. This is what you call an analogous color scheme, where you got red, orange, yellows. He is clearly trying to make this look pretty, and it hits. But creating something this pretty requires learning, and learning only comes from consistency. And this is where most new creators get stuck, because they want to see results now without realizing that they actually have to play the long game if they ever want to go viral. But being consistent is pretty much impossible without friends. So if you want to join a community that is serious about blowing you up, then check out my school, Viral Stars, where we blow up hundreds of people just like you. And remember, consistency is king. I'll see you in the next one.